Hey everyone, this is Sybil. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share with you a little bit more about the alcohol ink. I had some comments and some questions and even a suggestion that I make a video sharing how I do it. But before I go into any of that, let me say that I'm a newbie. Now, I bought alcohol ink, I think it was either last year or the end of 2017, and I was watching videos from different paper crafters and learning that, you know, if you use I was using Ranger alcohol ink, Yupo paper, and blending solution, also from Ranger, and creating fun backgrounds. And with those backgrounds, I made Christmas cards. And then I learned, I think it was from Jennifer McGuire, that you could take different tools, like the little sponge dauber, and dip it in the ink, and you could make patterns all over the alcohol ink on the paper. So that was really fun. I learned how to, you know, go across and make stripes and everything. But I had started noticing beautiful artwork with alcohol ink on Instagram as well as on YouTube the last several months. And so I started following different artists that work with alcohol ink on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. Now, I've created a playlist, and in that playlist are several videos with these different people working with alcohol ink. And they teach you techniques and tips and tricks. And most of the videos, not all of them, but most of the ones that I've learned from are in real time. They don't speed it up, or if they do speed it up, it's just a little bit so that you don't miss what they're doing. And they teach you how to move the ink and how to make wisps and fades and, you know, all these neat things. And so I've had a lot of fun. Now, these papers here are mainly, I've done these for creating cards and then for die cutting. Now, I shared in my last video about the last 10 or maybe 8 minutes of that video, and I will link it at the end of this video if you want to see it. Like I said, just go to towards the end of the video, and I share different examples of the alcohol ink that I was working with. Well, I specifically made the green one with the brown for these autumn leaves, and they have foil as well as Jacquard Pinata brass metallic alcohol ink on them. And I even cut some pink ones out. So now with these, I'm going to lift this one up. It's really, really pretty. So you're going to see foil, but also that brass metallic alcohol ink there. And I put that on there, and instead of using blending solution, I'm now using 91% isopropyl alcohol. And that really reacts well with the ink and doesn't leave like a tacky residue or an impression, like I'm going to call it like a ghost impression. See that white there? It's clear. There's no color in it, but that's what the blending solution tends to do. So the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, doesn't do that. And another thing with the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, you can get a little bit on a cloth and wipe, you know, if you have a mess. And but another thing I want to share with you is that I've been using different things to get the ink to move around. So some people do it with a straw. One of the channels that I have in my playlist, Atsuary Art is her YouTube channel name. She blows on it. She uses her mouth and she just moves the air and gets it going. I cannot do that. I tried doing that and the straw, but I have asthma. my lungs are just about ready to give out after I do that for a while. So I've been using these. Jessica Frost Ballas, paper crafter, really super talented. She uses this to move the ink around with the alcohol. And then I have this one too. So if you add on the, well, let me say this, on the video, several people use either looks like a heat gun, a blow dryer, or they use, oh, what is that thing? It looks like almost like a pen, but it's a compressor and it blows the air out. And if you add heat to this thin Yupo paper, it will just, you know, it will warp the paper pretty bad. So I started using photo paper the other night and started practicing. So that's something that you can do. Now for this particular photo paper, I am using the glossy side. There's other types of photo paper out there that several of the people that I'm watching, they don't use the glossy side, they use the other side for the alcohol ink. But this is Yupo heavy, so this is really heavy weighted Yupo paper, and you can use a heat gun, and I would suggest on a low setting to get the ink to move around. Now I purchased this, it just came in the mail. I'm going to take, of course, that brush off of there and just use this, and it has a cool setting, and I can use this to move the ink around on the paper. So I've also been using not only the Ranger alcohol ink, but I've been using Copic marker refills, and you don't have to use a whole bunch. And I either put it directly onto the paper and then put my my rubbing alcohol around it, or I put this in a little cup, in a little plastic cup, and mix this with some isopropyl alcohol, add some of the Pinata brass, and then lay it on my paper, and then add more alcohol to it. So, and then start, you know, moving. But this one, I left this. That'll be perfect for die cutting. This one, again, or for a card. I'm thinking about making some maple leaves with this, and then using part of it for a Christmas card, and this too. And these were my practices. I'm trying to get wispy and fades. And so as I'm learning, you know, rather than throw them away, I'm keeping them. And I mean, like these, I did these on purpose because I'm going to be die cutting these and using them on cards. But for the alcohol, not the alcohol, I'm sorry, for the Copic refills, I shared this one on Instagram. Isn't that beautiful? And I was so thrilled because I got the fade out and I got the wispy tails and the wispy look that I was wanting. So I love the shimmer from the metallic ink, and I just put a little bit of foil here and there too. So not all the shimmer is not from the foil, but it's from the Pinata brass as well. And here is the foil. Let me grab this if I can get it up. It's the Gina K foil, Thermoweb, and I just put a little bit down and gently press on it. If you press on it really hard, you'll cover up a lot. And I did that and shared that, and I had too much foil on there. And then here's another one, and this is, I believe, with the heavy duty Yupo paper. And it's so, so pretty. So these two, I will not be cutting these up. I decided because I love how they turned out. So, so pretty. I'm going to put like this varnish spray on them. It's from Krylon, and it will protect the ink. And then a UV spray on them. And then I'm going to frame them and put them in my craft room because I just love them. I think they're so beautiful. Anyway, I hope this helped. If anybody was interested in seeing what I'm using, I'm going to put everything down in the description box. I'll list what I'm using. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Bye.